thing today is to have just health, to be around your family, to keep your work. I don't know how
Yeah.
you're doing with your work, but because here in Tijuana, some institutions, some private institutions are closed because, uh, parents don't want to pay because they think the remote teaching is not good enough. So many private institutions are closed. So I hope this new year um, we can keep our work. I mean our job.
Ah, undoubtedly, undoubtedly. Also, the jobs are important to preserve. Yeah, undoubtedly is a hard situation with that.
What do you think, Mario?
Yeah, in fact, I was thinking about with this very, very complicated situation, I totally agree with all the things that you have said. I also work in a school. Fortunately, it's private. It's sorry, it's public, but I have some partners. They work in private institutions, and their situation is so hard. They are uh, they are getting half payment in occasions, and their schools are about to close because obviously parents they think they are doing the work of the teacher, and they can't understand. They can get that they are only uh, have to do it uh, accomplishing with the responsibilities of having their children at home. And the desperation of being at home is the symbiosis, so that difficulty to can't stand their own children all the time at home. So this is where they are shocking and they are not understanding. That's their responsibility. I think this is a very complicated situation, and I I agree. I think the wish for Christmas is to keep health, to keep family, and keep our jobs.
Luis, are you there? Do you want to share anything?
Yes, I'm here.
What do you think?
I
What will
think
be?
I think the pandemic is a disaster. It could be a disaster for the economy because many fabrics and many places are being closed.
Factories.
And that is not good for the economy and for the country.
All right.
But
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good morning, Claudia.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Perfect. Are you guys ready?
Let me activate my camera. Okay.
Yes. What was the homework?
The homework was to write the past tense, the past simple, and the past perfect.
On this.
It was complicated for me.
Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do next. On this slide, yes, that we have the simple past and the past perfect.
The past perfect.
And on this slide, where we have the past perfect and the past perfect continuous, we'll go in groups and you guys will compare your answers, okay,
Okay.
for only a couple of minutes. And after that, we'll come back to the main session and then check answers, okay?
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
great. So let's go in groups and let's go. Sorry, I clicked it incorrectly. Let me click it again. There, please. Okay, were you able to do your
Yes,
homework?
yes, I was.
Beautiful. Perfect. Hi, Iris.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Were you able to do your homework?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Great. So your classmates are on their way back from the sessions. So in just a second, everybody's here. We'll check the correct answers.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's here. Yes, everybody's here.
Well, me, I am here.
Great. Okay. Were you able to finish comparing all answers
Well,
Yes,
of this exercise, well, just this exercise, yeah.
of this exercise? Yes. All right.
Uh-huh.
yes.
Let's go. The first one I have is this one. Right before I,
Moved.
comma,
Moved.
I lost my job. So what you guys are telling me is moved, simple past.
So, like,
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Perfect. Let me see the size of this thing. Right before I moved here, I
Has lost.
had lost. Perfect. That is correct. All right, next.
Hadn't
I not
had,
have. What? Can you repeat that, please?
hadn't had.
I didn't have. Yes. And then what's next?
I was.
Was.
I was. Good. Next to.
And I have taught,
Okay. What do you think the answer is? I
taught,
Oh,
had thought, but actually,
I didn't want.
and then out of the blue,
got.
I got yes. And the last one,
I
Had
hadn't
hadn't
contacted.
contained. Hadn't.
yes,
Hadn't
contacted
contact.
in ages. Perfect. You guys have the correct answers. Do you have any? Does anybody have any questions? No questions, right? It
No.
was.
No.
No.
It's good. Good. Now let's go for the next one.
like
Do you want to go in sessions to compare the next answers, or can we check them right away?
Well,
You don't
maybe
know.
we can check together.
Perfect. So let's complete the rest of the anecdote with the past perfect or the past perfect continuous form of the verbs given. Sometimes both are possible. Take turns retelling the story to a partner. Okay, and the anecdote continues. And it turned out, so
He
what is that?
had started up.
Yes, he had started up, but he
Had been struggling.
Yes. Next.
He hadn't found anyone.
Hadn't found. Good. Next.
Had hired.
Yes, had hired. And the next one. Had quit. Let's go for the next one. After the first month, because she
She hadn't been able.
hadn't. Yes. And the last one.
I had been looking.
Yes, I had been looking. And that's it. Perfect. So this is easy enough. And that's why I send you a challenge. Did anybody do the challenge?
Yes, I did.
Did? Yes. Okay. Anybody
Yes.
else? Only Cristobal? Nobody did this? Nobody worked on this? No? All right. Let's make teams and let's see what can you come up with in only a couple of minutes. Right there. So let's go for a couple of minutes and see what can we do with this activity, okay? All right, guys, welcome back. So this is a very a little difficult activity, or is it an easy activity?
Uh,
Difficult, I think.
a little
Difficult.
a little difficult, but well, the I think the most difficult is maybe not exactly to know if we have to complete with simple past, past continuous, past perfect, or past perfect continuous. Is just to is also besides that is also to find the correct verb to fix in the text.
To continue the story, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give you some. Although you can have a couple of different options, different verbs can still work on the same sense. This will be just a couple of good options, okay? It happened, yes, it happened last August at the airport.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, who has a different opinion on this one?
Daniel
Uh,
forgot his passport last August.
Yes, that's a good one. Daniel forgot his passport. That's good.
it could be also, teacher. I had arrived last August at the airport. I had arrived.
I had arrived.
Uh huh. past perfect. I have arrived last August at the airport. I had arrived.
Uh, yes. Let's see. The difference between arrive and the preposition at. What does that tell you?
Había llegado al aeropuerto el pasado
Ah,
agosto.
there you go. You're translating, huh?
No, okay.
It's okay. Mm, let's see. When you use the verb arrive, let's say I had arrived. Do you say to or do you say at?
Two.
Okay. So it wouldn't be the verb arrive, right? Or maybe, yeah, I believe is I arrived to the airport.
Yeah, two. But the preposition that we are
That we have at hand
obs-
is a different one, right?
yeah.
Now, what about this one right here that Cristobal is using? Daniel forgot his passport at the airport. What does that mean?
Uh, exactly in that place, he forgot the passport, but posteriorly in the
Later.
reading, well, later in the reading, we can check that he actually uh, forgot his passport in his parents' house, maybe.
Correct. His parents' house, right? And this option that says Daniel forgot his passport at the airport means that the passport was left at the airport, right?
Right.
Okay. So what happened last August at the airport?
It happened exactly last August at the airport.
Yes, but what happened? What is it?
The event, all the event that Daniel is describing.
Correct. The event, the
Yeah,
complete event.
Mhm.
Yes, the whole
event.
event happened last August at the airport. Great. A few weeks before, a group of us
Had to go.
had to go. Okay, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Now let's check this. Last August happened this story, and a few weeks before, this is the past of the past.
Shall it be a perfect?
I'm sorry, can you repeat, Mario?
Shall it be a perfect? Something like had decided?
In past perfect, right? Had decided. Very good. Had decided to go to Greece together for a holiday. Very good. Next, we
We were.
yes.
We were.
So you say we were, and then we have this expression right here. So we were maybe waiting.
Waiting. Uh-huh.
We were waiting in the lobby at passport control when suddenly I
Realized.
could realized that now a very quick note, guys. This is an incorrect capital T and this is an incorrect capital M. Uh,
I s-
the machine did that and I forgot to fix it. Okay,
okay.
so I realized that I
Has forgotten.
yes had forgotten my passport. It
Was.
yes, it was quite a shock. I
I got my phone.
Took.
I
yes,
took.
it could be plenty of different ones. So I got, I took, yes, and
Called my parents.
yes, cold. They,
They were in the
Were
garden.
eating.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? They were what?
They were eating, having breakfast, repairing.
Okay, good.
Or just they no, but teacher, sorry
Yes,
for
no, that's okay.
interrupting you.
Go ahead.
Uh, Maybe we can turn this negative because, but luckily my mother, the phone. Maybe right the way instead we're eating. Well, we can just say weren't because a negative introduction because, but
Yes, but
luckily.
they're saying that they were not inside the house. They were
Ah,
outside the house.
okay.
And that's why luckily. And what's the next verb? My mother,
My mother heard.
yes, heard the phone. Okay, what's next?
They took my passport.
Okay, they took. Somebody has a different verb here. It could be found, okay? They took or they found my passport and immediately
Came to the airport. Came.
came, yes. Another verb, a different verb with the same purpose.
Arrived.
Arrived.
Arrived. Huh?
Hmm.
No.
Hmm. We'll check arrive in a second. So the first one I want to show you is they came, they drove,
Mhm.
they went, to the airport with it. And then
Then I was waiting for them.
okay, was waiting. I was waiting for them at the information desk. Continue.
We had no time.
That's a good one. We had no time. Oh, I typed no twice. So we had, is that the only one? It's the only verb, right? Because we had the quantifier no.
Mhm. We had no time.
We had no time to talk, but I
I had
invited
said.
them earlier.
I had said.
Yes, I had said. Good. Now the next one.
I ran all the way to the plane.
Yes, I ran all the way to the plane. Next.
I got just in
I
time.
got.
Beautiful. You can also say was.
Okay.
Next.
When I was there.
No, not when I was there.
When I got there. Oh,
Got.
got.
Yes. Got. Another one.
Uh,
Roberto.
when.
Yeah.
Right.
Arrived. When I
Now you
arrived.
can say arrived because you landed.
Okay.
Okay, when I arrived there or when I got there, good. The passengers
Were in their seats.
Where.
Oh,
Took.
is not took, is where? Can you repeat, please? Where?
Where.
well,
Where.
It's
waiting.
good.
Oh,
Where.
Yes, you can say waiting.
waiting.
Where or we're waiting is good.
Past continuous. We're waiting in their seats, ready to take off.
Yes, either or. The passengers were in their seats or were waiting in their seats. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes. And the last one, when they,
When they look me. Oh,
is not
when they saw
look
me.
me, is
Saw me.
saw me.
Saw me.
Yes, when they saw me. Everyone,
Started.
what?
Started
Uh,
clapping.
uh-huh.
Started. Perfect. There you go, guys. Good job. Now, this was a little difficult, but you got a very good storyline correct. Are there any questions?
Teacher, in the second line,
Yes.
where it says
Yeah.
we were waiting, it could be we had been waiting in the lobby. Or no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's also correct. We had been waiting in the lobby.
Okay.
That is also correct, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Had been waiting.
Mm.
Perfect, guys. Any other questions? No?
No,
Can
there
I
is no
erase
question.
everything?
Yes.
Good. So we're going, oh, now we're going to do this activity right here. Listening and speaking, it just goes to show. What do these sayings mean? Check the ones you agree with. All right, let's go back in sessions. All right, please take a picture of the screen and answer each other. What do these sayings mean? Are you ready?
Yes.
Ah, sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna do it again. I did it again.
Okay. Oh my God.
All right, guys. So, who would like to tell me a little bit about this? You can't judge a book by its cover. What does that mean?
Can I?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, I think that uh, we are not the right persons, the right people to judge other people, and sometimes we say that someone is bad, is good, without talking to him or to
Mhm.
her. So we have to know first the person to try to describe him or her.
Good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Somebody else?
What we discussed is a little similar, and it was in relation of take your time and try to meet or try to know about this or about that person. So if you see, for example, if the person looks so serious, it doesn't mean he couldn't be a joker, right? So it is like that.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Thank you very much, Mario. All right, let's go with the next one. B. You've got to stop and smell the roses. What does that mean, guys?
You should enjoy life. You don't have to work. Sometimes you spend the most of your time working, and you don't have enough time to enjoy life. So I think that sometimes we have to stop and enjoy a little bit more because life goes fast.
Perfect. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Cristobal. Okay, anybody else? Okay, what about C? Truth is stranger than fiction.
That the reality could overcome,
Could surpass.
surpass the fiction sometimes.
Mm. Yeah, sometimes. Okay, good. And D, life's too short.
It's literally right there.
Yes, self-explained, right? Perfect. Now all we have to do is listen. And how will each story end? Okay. We're going to listen to 4 stories. You listen to the story and you pick one of these sentences to say the end of that story. Let's start with the number 1 to see how it works.
Page 33. 3. Listening and speaking. It just goes to show. B. Listen to 3 stories. How will each story end? Number the sayings above, 1 through 3. Conversation 1.
So, how are you doing? You were sick the last time I saw you.
Oh, I'm fine now, thanks. It was awful, though. I ended up staying in bed for 3 whole days. I was just so exhausted because I'd been doing too much.
You're always doing too much.
I know. But I had all those exams, so I'd been studying every night. And on top of that, I'd been training for a track meet and doing some volunteering and everything.
So, have you caught up on everything now?
Well, I have a paper to turn in, but, I've learned my lesson. I'm not taking on so much next semester. You can't do everything, I guess. And.
Conversation 2.
All right, guys. That was story number 1. What ending do you pick for that story?
Letter B. You've got to stop and smell the roses.
Letter B will be number 1.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, good. Now let's continue with the rest of the stories, and then you guys will share some answers. Ah, wow. Give me a second. My computer just froze. There.
Yeah, there was this girl in our class who didn't seem at all friendly. I don't know, she always seemed a bit cold and not very friendly. Not the kind of person I'd hang out with.
Yeah?
And I'd never really spoken to her or anything. And anyway, I was out of school for a week. My parents had been planning this trip to Mexico, and they'd asked me to go along. So, of course...
Well, of course you went.
And so I'd missed a lot of classes, and I'd fallen behind on everything.
Oh, and it's always hard to catch up on stuff.
It is. But you know what? While I was away, this girl had saved all the handouts and notes for me. The whole week. So yeah, she helped me catch up on everything. It just goes to show.
Conversation 3.
I heard you quit college. Is that true?
Yeah, partway through my second year. My parents were furious, of course. They thought I was throwing my life away. But I'd been struggling the whole year, and I just knew it wasn't for me.
Well, you're not the only one. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about people who quit school, and they go on to do some amazing things.
It's true. And I'd been getting sick, from all the worry about exams and everything, and it was affecting my grades. And actually, I just knew I wanted to do my own thing.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I've been working for this local theater. I'd only been out of school for a few weeks when the job came up, and I just love it. So, yeah, you have to follow your dream. There's no point wasting time doing things just because people expect you to do them.
All right, guys, that was it. What do you think is number 2?
Number 2 is letter A.
Number 2. And what about number 3?
Letter D.
D will be number 3. Now, what happened to number 4? No number 4, right?
No.
Okay. Now, all we got to do is listen again and check the answers.
Page 33. 3. Listening and speaking. It just goes to show. C. Listen and check your answers. Conversation 1.
So, how are you doing? You were sick the last time I saw you.
Oh, I'm fine now, thanks. It was awful, though. I ended up staying in bed for 3 whole days. I was just so exhausted because I'd been doing too much.
You're always doing too much.
I know. But I had all those exams, so I'd been studying every night. And on top of that, I'd been training for a track meet and doing some volunteering and everything.
So, have you caught up on everything now?
Well, I have a paper to turn in, but, I've learned my lesson. I'm not taking on so much next semester. You can't do everything, I guess. And, you've got to stop and smell the roses.
Conversation 2.
Yeah, there was this girl in our class who didn't seem at all friendly. I don't know, she always seemed a bit cold and not very friendly. Not the kind of person I'd hang out with.
Yeah?
And I'd never really spoken to her or anything. And anyway, I was out of school for a week. My parents had been planning this trip to Mexico, and they'd asked me to go along. So, of course.
Well, of course you went.
And so I'd missed a lot of classes, and I'd fallen behind on everything.
Oh, and it's always hard to catch up on stuff.
It is. But you know what? While I was away, this girl had saved all the handouts and notes for me. The whole week. So, yeah, she helped me catch up on everything. It just goes to show, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Conversation 3.
I heard you quit college. Is that true?
Yeah, partway through my second year. My parents were furious, of course. They thought I was throwing my life away. But I'd been struggling the whole year, and I just knew it wasn't for me.
Well, you're not the only one. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about people who quit school, and they go on to do some amazing things.
It's true. And I'd been getting sick, from all the worry about exams and everything, and it was affecting my grades. And actually, I just knew I wanted to do my own thing.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I've been working for this local theater. I'd only been out of school for a few weeks when the job came up, and I just love it. So, yeah, you have to follow your dream. There's no point wasting time doing things just because people expect you to do them. Life's too short.
Perfect answers, ladies and gentlemen. That was good. So now, take turns telling about an important life lesson you've learned. Can you think of an important life lesson?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Are you ready to share?
Yeah, teacher. Um. Well, maybe an important life lesson is, for instance, um, mm, when you, for instance, right now, the pandemic could be an important life lesson for everybody, because you value all the importance of the freedom, because this pandemic is limiting our freedom to travel, to go outside, to convive with our friends, or including our beloved ones. What will happen this Christmas, for instance, in my family? Well, my family, we meeting with, well, all the family, and also many times some friends also. And now we can just we just do the meetings, just a little meeting with the closer, with the close family, because the pandemic doesn't allow to do more.
Doesn't allow us to do more, correct? I know. So let's think about an important life lesson you have learned. Yes, for example, on the screen we have, I've learned to think positively. In high school, I've been applying to lots of different colleges, but now that's what you can do. And let's go in groups, let's go in sessions, so you guys have the opportunity to talk to somebody and share your life lesson. Yes, are we ready?
Yes.
Perfect, let's go. Hello, everybody, welcome back. Okay, how was the experience of sharing life lessons from other fellow teachers? Was it
Was
interesting?
Was interesting. Was interesting.
Yes. What's one of some of the most interesting stories you just heard?
Um, about Mario, about he didn't want to study originally, but finally he decided uh, to study because it's well, according to him it was better. And
Right.
well,
I heard that story. You know what? You know what's funny, guys? That is exactly what happened to my brother.
Oh, wow.
Mario's story, with the exception that it was a tire shop. My father had a tire shop, and my brother didn't want to study. So my father said, "Don't worry, come to the shop. Let's go work." And my brother says that after half a day, he said, "Father, I want to go back to school." So there is. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Roberto.
thank
Somebody
you.
else?
I really found interesting the things that Chris said. He was talking about we can learn or we can have life experience, life lessons every day. He talked about when you take your car, you start it up, and then you go out, but you don't take your time to stop and check the oil levels, the water, the tires, etc. And this is the cause of many accidents that you could have avoided. So it was interesting for me. I'm that kind of person that it starts okay. Now let's go. So thank you for the information and the
So
advice.
what? So what is the life lesson?
The life lesson I found is that you can avoid so many
Ah,
bad consequences.
avoid by
Taking your time to check
ah
or
by checking. Okay,
checking our cars before leaving.
okay. So yes, checking things before an event, right? Yeah. I okay, good. Somebody else? No, nobody. It's okay. Let's go. We're going to continue with the next exercise. There are a bit more things to cover. I have time expressions for you. Time expressions with the past perfect. You can use the following time expressions with the past perfect. Already, still, and yet. Example, can you please read, Cristobal?
Uh, you can use the following time expressions with the past perfect. Already, still, yet. By the time I got to the restaurant, most people had already eaten. When I left for class, I still hadn't completed my assignment, so I finished it on the bus. My best friend hadn't arrived yet, but I couldn't wait any longer, so I went home.
Perfect. Thank you, Cristobal. Let's see, Stephanie, can you read the next three, please?
Okay, it says not until after. I didn't find my watch until after I'd bought a new one.
Next.
Okay, by the time it was exhausted by the time I'd finished cleaning the house. Never before. She was a great teacher. I learned things that I never understood before. And the last one says earlier, previously, years ago. I got a stomachache from something I'd eaten earlier. It was a problem I'd had previously, so I knew that what I knew what caused it. And the last one, I knew exactly what to do because I'd seen a doctor about about it years ago.
Yes,
Sorry,
about it years ago. So
about it years ago.
the expressions that we're looking at are already, still, and yet, and negative with until after. By the time, never before, and earlier, previously, or years ago. Now, with these time expressions, and we have some examples, we have to complete this by the time, earlier, never before, and until after. Now, number one, last summer I took a vacation to in Australia. I didn't know much about the country because I'd
Never been there before.
yes, never been there before. Good. But I was really excited about the trip. A month before I left, things started to go wrong. I lost my camera and I didn't find it
Until after.
until after, yes. I bought a new one. I found my old camera in my suitcase. I put it there,
Earlier.
yes, earlier, so I wouldn't forget it. That week before the trip, my boss gave me an urgent project to complete. I was exhausted
By the time.
by the time. Okay, very good. And now we have this one. Now I'm gonna let you guys go at it. Please, everybody talk to each other, give your opinions, and can somebody please type it and complete it? Please. And perfect. Now I have a lot of participations here. There you go. Yet already. Yes, and previously. Perfect. So that was easy. Now write 5 to 10 sentences about an interesting experience you've had. Use the past perfect and time expressions. Okay. Use the past perfect and time expressions. 5 to 10 sentences. This is an example. Last week, I went to a new club. All my friends had already been there, but I hadn't. Okay. Now let's give us a let's see. Do you want 3 minutes or 5 minutes?
Okay.
Let's begin with 3 minutes, and after
Okay.
3 minutes,
Okay.
we'll check. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Online footprint could be like a register of the things that you do online, something like that.
Okay. And digital dirt. No. Let's all get together and let's share your opinions of about what could it be. Okay. Let's go to groups. Right there. Let's go. Perfect. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So, what did you share with your classmates? For you guys, what is online footprint? What would that be? What can you write down? No opinions so far?
About
Well,
only footprint,
Yes.
online footprint, uh, it's like a copyright. No?
Copyright?
Yeah, I don't sure.
Okay, a copyright. What else? Another
Copyright.
guess?
with Stephanie, we were talking that maybe it could be uh, all the historial, when you try to look something on internet, so everything is going to, it's going to be safe or stored in the
On the internet?
uh-huh.
Okay, somebody else? Nobody
Excuse me,
else?
teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
Go ahead.
Um, a copyright or copyright is together? No?
Copyright?
Yeah, not is together.
When it's one noun, yes. When you're talking about the right, or you're talking about the right of the copy, so uh, yes, you're talking about the noun when it's already
Okay.
been given, when it's already established.
Mm,
A copyright.
mhm. Copyright. When I say it's correct, copyright or copyright. How do you
Copyright of
pronounce?
what?
How do you pronounce? Do you pronounce this word? Copyright.
Copyright. Yes.
Yeah, it's correct. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Is that it? No more. Okay. What about digital dirt? What is digital dirt?
Digital dirt, it could be the downside of the technology, the bad things,
Downside.
spam.
So
Uh-huh.
technologies, technologies downside,
Uh-huh.
like that. All right. Is there another opinion?
If I don't wrong, digital there is like a blog. You can share your opinion with someone else, like nowadays Twitter.
Okay, a blog. Okay, good. Now I have an article for you guys to read, and in this article, you're going to find the definitions of online footprint and digital dirt. All right, now here's the challenge. You only have you only have 1 minute. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Go. All right, guys, time's up. And I know you like to read, so I'm gonna have to cover the story. Now, I would like to hear some opinions. What is online footprint?
It is like the history on the internet that we, yeah, it's like the in the Facebook, we have the freedom to comment, to write, to post, to share some kind of, I don't know, any information, and everything can be saved. It's like a record of everything that you do on the internet.
Perfect. Can you find that on the article? Can you tell me where is it? There you go. Excellent. What about digital dirt? What is digital dirt?
Digital dirt, inappropriate online content.
Can you find it for me, please? Can you tell me where is it?
Yes. Yes. Give me a minute. Here.
There you go. Digital dirt or inappropriate online content. That's right. So now that is digital dirt. And the other one is online footprint. Good. I have another question for you. Now, let's read the main ideas and the article. What examples of digital dirt can you find? So we have to find the examples of digital dirt. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, time's up. Who can tell me examples of digital dirt?
Photos, teacher.
I'm sorry?
Photo. A photo.
Can you show me where
Pictures.
it says that?
Or comment.
Yeah, can you highlight it?
Yes. Yes. Or a write a profile.
Yes, but that's not necessary digital dirt.
Okay.
Yes, because on the internet there are a lot of photos and a lot of comments and a lot of profiles, and not everything is digital dirt.
Yes. I agree.
So we have the digital dirt is inappropriate content. So
Yes. Okay.
what is an example of inappropriate content?
An example could be
Maybe,
promotion of,
I'm sorry.
please.
Okay. Maybe posting of colored jokes
Yes. What
or
else?
rude comment.
Perfect. So we have, can you highlight it, please, Iris?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's good. I'll help you.
Uh, Please, can you help me?
Passing off color jokes. What else?
For example, it says the promotion of underage drinking.
Promotion of underage drinking. Where is it, sir?
It's
I
paragraph.
highlight it.
Promoting underage drinking. There you go. What else? What about rude comments? Is that too?
Yes.
Ah, somebody's watching Franco. I caught you. Who is that?
No, I am not.
It's not me.
Okay, there you go. Those are examples of digital dirt. Now, another question. What was Miss S accused of?
It's already there. It says accuse her of promoting underage drinking.
Perfect. What is digital dirt causing?
It is encouraging bad habits.
Mm, can you find it on the article?
Uh, well, maybe
It can cause some rejections for colleges or jobs.
Can you highlight it on the article, please?
ah, didn't understand. Well, I don't know exactly what is that. Well, maybe right here. For instance, digital dirt can affect you in your studies or job. Well, something like this. I don't know how to. How can I highlight right here? Ah, well, something like that. Uh, it's increasingly common for college and employers to look
Mhm.
closely at online pictures and profiles of actual prospective student and employees. For instance, if you have in your profile of your social networks an inform or a photo, no, a no good photo, maybe with a bad physical aspect or something like that, that can make influence in order to get a job or get a scholarship, maybe.
Maybe. But the question is, what is digital dirt causing? So, what is the digital dirt? Uh, creating. It's in your highlightings, in your underlining, you say it's increasingly common for colleges and employers to look closely. Is that what the digital dirt is causing? The the colleges and employers to look closely at the online pictures?
Um, Maybe yes, because it can encourage the digital that can encourage other people to share or to have digital things that are not good to show in a professional or academical
Good,
way.
maybe, but uh, what about finding something in the article? What is in the article about this question? What is digital dirt causing?
Um,
It is the next paragraph, the one that says a survey conducted by ExecutiveNet reported that 80% of job recruiters regularly use the internet, blah, blah, blah. And then nearly half said they will reject candidates based on the digital dirt. So digital dirt is causing that the I don't know how to call them, their the bosses, the people who hired candidates, who hired employees, reject them because they found out digital dirt.
So candidates rejection, right? Or what is digital dirt causing? Candidates are
are being
being
rejected.
rejected. Yes? Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. Reject candidates. Perfect. Now another question. Who checks your profile?
The recruiters,
Can you repeat that again, please?
recruiters. I don't know how to pronounce correctly. Recruiters,
Creators?
recruiters,
Recruiters.
recruiters. Sorry.
Yes, recruiters. Who else?
Employers.
Employers. Yes, who else?
Another candidates.
Sure, but what is in the article?
Who checks your profile?
Yes, in the article. What does it say about who checks your profile?
It is friends,
Uh-huh.
colleges, employers. mm,
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Friends,
Friends,
college,
colleges, and employers.
employer.
Very good. Next. Check your understanding. Are the sentences true or false? Write T for true or F for false and correct the false sentences. Let's work with number one. Miss S was unable to graduate from college. Is that true or false?
False. False.
Okay. Now, why? Why is that false?
because he graduated, but the diploma was, I don't remember the word, but like canceled. I understand that.
There. Okay. Let me show you the article again. And it's right there. Now, what happened to Miss S? Was she unable to graduate from college? The answer is in this paragraph. Now, does that paragraph say that she graduated or that she didn't graduate?
She graduated.
She did? Where does it
Uh-huh.
say that?
No, she didn't. She was away from obtaining.
Okay. Where does it say that?
Okay. Okay, wait. The event happened before she graduated, but at the end she got a diploma. I think.
Where does it say that? Can you show us where does it say that?
Uh, she had no idea of the consequences. Just weeks away from obtaining a teaching degree. Eh,
I think she
ah,
did. She graduated, just that the diploma that it says there was withheld. It was there, but she did graduate.
Good. Now, what we're going to do, you're going to go, let's go in sessions and you guys can share your opinions to these answers. Okay? Number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Are we ready?
okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let's see. What do you have for number 1?
True.
Can you
Number
repeat
one
that
is
for me,
true.
please?
I think number one is true.
True.
Uh-huh.
True. Okay. What about number 2?
True.
True.
True. Okay.
Yes.
Number 3.
I think it's true.
True.
Okay. What about number 4?
False.
Okay. Number 5?
True.
I'm sorry?
True.
True?
Yes. True.
True. Okay. And number 6?
It's also true.
It's also true? All right. Now,
False.
somebody has a different opinion.
False. I think it's false.
First thing we have to do is check why do you think it's true?
I think it's true because in the last paragraph, on number 5, it says that instead of joining groups and campaigns with names like sleeping in class, connect to a professional organization.
Okay, we'll check that in a second. Let's begin with number 1. Number
Okay.
1, why is that true?
Okay, I think it's true because in the fifth paragraph and line 4, it says, Miss S. diploma was withheld after school administrators viewed the photo and accused her.
All right. So in the article, in this story, we have that all the information is giving us
Mhm.
is that Miss S was unable to graduate, right?
Okay. Withheld,
Okay.
what does withheld mean? Like,
Perfect. We're going to check that in a second, okay?
okay.
We're going to check that. Number 2, her school said she was encouraging young people to drink. You say it's true. Why?
Uh-huh.
On line number 5, it says, view the photo that accused her of promoting underage drinking.
That's what it is. Correct. What about number 3? It's becoming more common for employers to check people out online. Why is that true?
Because it says that a survey conducted by ExecuNet reported that 82% of job recruiters regularly use internet. Right.
A little uh, before in line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at the end of line number 5, it says it's increasingly common for colleges and employers to look closely on online pictures of spies, etc.
Right here. This?
Mhm.
Yes, sure.
Okay, good. That's correct. Number 4, 83% of job recruiters reject candidates with digital dirt. True or false?
I think it's false
Why?
because it says there after the researchers to find more about candidates, it says nearly half said they will reject candidates. That means it's not the 80%. It's not the
Uh-huh.
whole 80% is like the half. So
Perfect. So
Okay.
now, how do we fix this sentence then? How do we correct the sentence? 83% of job recruiters.
Use
Nearly half.
internet? No.
Can you repeat that again, please? No. 83% of job recruiters check candidates out online.
Mhm.
Here, 83% of job recruiters regularly use internet searches to find out more about candidates. And the other one, half will reject candidates based on digital dirt. Yes?
Mhm.
What about number 5? The article recommends unfriending people who post rude comments.
Mhm.
It's true. Sorry, it's true. In number one, line number four, it says if you have friends who are always posting off color jokes or rude comments about on your wall, then block their comments.
Perfect. So the 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 article says
Block the comments. So this is false.
block their comments. Will that be unfriending?
Nope.
No. So
Oh,
this
then
is
what
false.
is the correct sentence?
The article recommends to block your friends' rude comments.
Ah, the article recommends to block, yeah, rude comments. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Perfect. And number 6, the article suggests that you shouldn't join social network campaigns.
Is false.
It's false. Why?
Yeah,
False.
because it says instead of joining groups and campaigns with certain names, like sleeping in the class, you should join a professional organization, not not like you shouldn't join any social campaign at all.
Okay. So what would be the correct sentence? The article suggests that you shouldn't join
Instead of shouldn't, the article suggests that you should join um, professional organization campaigns.
very good. So I'm gonna erase that like that, Steffi. The article suggests that you should join professional what?
Professional organizations.
Professional organizations. There you go. That's good. Now we're going to do the next activity. What do you think of Miss S story? Have you heard of similar cases? Which advice in the article do you intend to follow? Let's go in groups and share our opinions, please.
Kind of.
Excellent. Now let me see. Guys, um, what can you give me 5 time adverbs?
Tomorrow, yesterday, um, tomorrow, um, maybe previously, posteriorly, um, and after, before, during, while, could be, could be them.
Perfect. Was that confusing?
No, actually, no, but just to remember what about an adverb, because I already have explained that topic to
Yes.
my students, but I don't know what happens to me when I am explaining something that as a teacher than as a student. So no, I don't know. I start to feel a little unconfident. Um, when I am explaining now as a student, something like that.
Mm,
No, I don't know.
well, it's good. Perfect. Mr. Roberto, what do you think of Mrs. S story?
I think I think that you have to be completely careful about your personal life, and you have to separate. You have to divide completely of your academic life or labor life. So, but I think consider is not important. It doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter the personal life of an individual if you are doing correctly your job, or if you are responding in a good way with your academic procedure, or your studies. I mean, your academic way, for instance. Well, the personal life is another point. So that doesn't mean that a person is good in a job or not. I don't know, but well, could be, and you can well, in few words, you have to care all about your personal life. You don't have the complete freedom uh, on your personal life, I think.
Okay.
Because someone always, if you decide to turn as a professional, sometimes someone could making you surveillance or something like that. No, could be.
All right. Anybody agrees or disagrees? Nothing? All right. Now I have another question for you. For the next one, first I want to see uh, when a child is born, when a baby is born, this sentence is in what type of sentence? Yes, when a baby or a child is born. What type of sentence is this?
Passive,
Passive, right? What is the verb?
born, be born,
Born. If it's in passive, in which tense is the verb?
participle,
If it's in passive, the verb is in participle. Then, if the verb participle is born, what is the base form? I know it's a tricky one.
the base form would be
Be,
born,
Would be what?
be
the
born
very,
Be born?
would be the
Mm,
base form.
yeah.
I think the base form is birth.
Uh,
Or,
birth is not a verb.
no,
The verb form would be bear. Okay. Now, I was hoping somebody would know. It's okay. I'll think of a different one. Um, what is the past participle of come?
Came.
Come.
I have one
Come,
opinion.
Ah, come,
Come.
sorry.
come.
That's
Come.
right,
From
Stephanie.
came, come.
Yes, Stephanie, that's correct. The participle of come is come. So, Stephanie, have you heard of a similar case as Mrs. S story?
Not exactly, but I have heard about a kid that was in an elementary school. He was in his fifth or sixth grade, almost to finish the elementary school, and he drank a beer in the school, and the principal or the teacher saw him, so they decided to expel him just
Oh
because
my gosh.
he drunk he
Drank?
drank the
He drank
drunk he drank the beer.
beer.
So it's kind
Wow.
of the similar
Yes, not only
situation.
that, but that's debatable. I've heard some debates that doing that will only encourage the kid to continue doing the bad activities.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what to say. Maybe it it was kind of extreme to expel him,
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
of course the principal and the teacher, they must they mm,
They must
they
do
must
something.
they must do something about it. Not
Yes,
just expel him, but I don't know what else they
yes.
could do instead of expel him.
Instead of yeah, telling him, right?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Good luck to that kid. Okay, next. Let's see. What is the capital of Australia?
See, Canberra.
Yes. Thank you, Roberto. Let's see. Which advice in the article do you intend to follow? Roberto?
What?
Yeah.
Which advice in the article do you intend to follow?
Yes.
Um, I think I think the caring of my personal life. I would intend to follow the caring to don't expose
To
my
not
personal life,
expose.
to not expose my personal life uh, in my job or with my students because you can be judged uh,
Judge.
you can
You
be
can be
judged
judged.
you can
Yes.
be judged for that, and well, that is not so comfortable.
Yeah, that is not nice. Yes, that is not very nice. Uh, let's see. Claudia, can you give me your opinion? Which advice in the article do you intend to follow?
Okay, that we need to be careful about how to when we are in a party, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or when we are with people outside the house in a meeting. We need to be careful. uh, we don't know, we don't have to do things that maybe the person thinks that is are bad.
It's not that we don't have to, right? Maybe we shouldn't. We shouldn't do
Yes,
just the things that people might think are bad.
yes.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, guys. Now let's go for the next activity. Focus on vocabulary. formal verbs. Find the verbs in bold below in the article. Okay, you have the article, right?
Which one?
The
I
story, Mrs. S story, and 5 suggestions on digital dirt.
Okay.
That article. In that article, you should find these words that are in bold. So, number one, if you obtain something, you
You get or achieve it.
you what?
You get or achieve it.
You get or achieve. Perfect. Now you can continue working with this in your
Okay.
notebooks. Okay, let's do this for just 1 minute and then we'll compare answers. Perfect. So let's compare opinion. Number one, if you obtain something,
You get.
get, only
Get or achieve
or achieve. Get or achieve
it.
it.
Uh-huh.
What is it?
If you
there's
obtain
something.
something,
Some.
something.
Yes, that's right. Perfect. Now, number two, if you withhold something from someone, you
Keep it and don't give it to that person.
to that someone, right?
Hmm.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Who can help me with number three?
Um, if people accuse you of doing something, they say you did something bad or wrong.
Okay, Steffi, can you type it, please? Type
Yes.
number three.
Okay.
Who can help me with number four?
Indeed.
Yes.
Go ahead, Cristobal. Who can help me with number five? Go ahead, Mario. Number six. Number six. Who said yes?
Maybe me, teacher.
You, Roberto. Perfect. Number seven. Iris, can you help me with number seven?
Teacher, I only wrote the letters, the option, because
Oh,
I
You don't have the answer.
Yeah.
Claudia, can you help me with
Sorry.
number 7?
Sorry, teacher.
The same?
I don't have the exercise.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't take a picture.
I can do
Sorry.
number 7.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have a question. Well, Luis asked me when the test will be.
All right, guys. Let's take a look. Number 3, say you did something bad or wrong. Okay. Okay. If you promote something, you say it is a good thing. Number 5. Mario, weren't you doing number 5?
Yes,
Ah,
teacher.
there you go. You deny doing something, you say you didn't do it. If employers reject a job applicant, they don't want that person. And 7, if you regret doing something, you're sorry that you did it. That's correct. Now, somebody asked me earlier, what is withheld? Withheld is a past tense of withhold. And what is withhold? Withhold is to keep
Deny,
something.
deny
Or
or
don't
reject.
give something to someone.
Yes, to keep something, withhold. To keep something from someone is to keep something from someone.
Okay.
And now we have to do this. Can you read this, please, Claudia?
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead.
Pair work. Take turns using the verbs above to ask questions about Mrs.
Miss
S's
Miss S.
Miss S story.
Yes, about Miss S. Miss S's, yes,
Miss
story.
S's story.
Now we have one example here. What happened before Miss S obtained her teaching degree? We have the verb obtained, right? As in number 1, obtain. What about number 2? Can you ask a question using the verb? Who says me? Who says I?
What was withheld from Mrs. S?
Ah, perfect. What? Can you repeat again?
What was withheld from Miss S? Miss S, sorry.
Was withheld. Can you continue? Can you write the sentence for me, please?
Yep.
All right. Number 3.
She was accused of doing something bad.
Can you repeat the question?
It's a question. Okay.
Why
Yes.
do people?
Okay.
But it's about the story. It's about Mrs. S's story. Miss S's story. So, what was withheld from Miss S? That is a good question about the story. Using the verb withhold.
Why?
Maybe it was
Why was she
maybe
accused?
Perfect. but the verb is accused of doing. So
Okay.
your question would be only with accuse
Okay.
and not that of doing.
Okay.
So maybe a little change in there.
Okay.
Why she was accused of doing something wrong?
Can you type it, sir, Mr. Martinez? Let's
Yes.
type it so we can see the complete question on, written. Okay. Yes, I think it's a complete question. What do you think, Cristobal? Is that what you were saying earlier?
Uh, yes.
Okay, then
Okay.
yeah, then it was correct. Why was she accused? Good. Now number 4.
Teacher, little observation.
Yes.
Number three, respectfully, I said, isn't correct to say why was she
Was
accused?
why
Why
was
Ah,
was?
she
sorry. Yes, that
changed?
is correct. Why was she accused? That's correct. So let's change that. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, sir. And number 4.
Number 4. What had been she promoting?
Yeah, that's a good question. Perfect in past tense. Past perfect continuous. Can you type it, Cristobal?
Okay.
Number 5.
What was denied by her?
Okay, that's a good question, Mario.
Thank you.
And number 6.
Um, why did the employers reject Miss S? Could be.
Yes,
Okay.
but in the story, we don't see that Miss S was rejected.
Um. mm, or why are the employers rejecting? Why are the employers rejecting the job applicants? Maybe.
Perfect. Yes, go ahead. Number 6. And can you type it, Roberto, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And number 7.
Why could you be regretted? Number seven.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Why could you be regretted? I don't
What could you be
Espérame, dame un minuto.
regretful?
know.
But that one would be an adjective. It wouldn't be a verb.
Okay, so
So 7 would be something like, I'm going to write it up here for everybody to see. 7. Do you think Miss S regretted posting that picture? What do you think of the question? Is that good? Now, that what I want you guys to see is this. On number 1, we have the verb obtained. And on the question number 1, we have the verb obtain in simple past, okay? And it's okay for the question. But then on number 2, we have the verb withhold something from someone. And on the question we have withheld from Miss S. So that's good. Number 3, we have accused of accused you of doing something. And the question is, why was she accused of doing something wrong? Okay. What about number 4? If you promote something, and the question is, she prom- what had she been putting?
Promoting.
Promoting.
I
So what's
I just
missing?
letter R and M.
What had she what had been she promoting? Would that be the correct sequencing of the words?
What has she been promoting? Maybe.
Yes, what has she been promoting? That is correct. And number 5, the verb is deny doing something. And the question is denied by her. It's missing something, isn't it?
What was it? Oh,
On the verb, we have deny doing. And on the question, we only have denied. Will there be another form to use the verb deny doing in this question?
Another verb, you mean?
Yes, another verb in
Uh,
gerund.
will withhold, maybe?
It will be with ing.
Withholding.
Denied withholding.
Another verb instead doing. Developing, maybe?
Yeah, but that's not the context of the story. So, what was denied? Okay, let's do it like this. What was denied? Oh my gosh, can't see it. What was denied being done by her? Will that be better?
Yeah.
Great. And that's number six. Why are the employers rejecting job applicants? Perfect. Now all we're going to do is go in sessions. You have to ask and answer these questions among yourselves, okay? We will only have 1 minute to do this. All right, Claudia. Everything good?
Yes,
Okay.
a little difficult, but it's okay.
It's a little difficult.
Stephanie is a good classmate.
Yeah, she's a very nice girl, isn't she?
Yeah,
That's
she
good.
helped me a
Yes.
lot.
She helps you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Everybody, there's everybody. Perfect. Great. Now, before we go, let's do this activity. Listening and speaking. But is it fair? Pair work. Read the question below. How many reasons can you think of to support a yes and a no? The question is it fair for employers to check out job applicants online? Go ahead and answer as you wish. Guys, is it fair?
Um, in my opinion, I think it's unfair because uh, employers shouldn't shouldn't ask for for information or for private information, and if they're asking for my online, and somehow uh, they are they are breaking those rights, I think.
So that's a no. It's not fair.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, sir. Somebody else?
I think it's fair. It's the opposite side. I think it's fair to check out the applicants online because when we are behind a screen or behind a device, probably we are, I'm going to say, it's brave to post something. And if you are, for example, posting, I don't know, things related to racism or hate, I think you are not a good prospect for the enterprise or for the job, I guess.
Oh,
So
so
it's
you think
kind of checking the real personality of people.
it is fair for you.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Somebody else? Nobody. It's okay. What we're going to do is this. The homework will be think of as many reasons as you can to support a yes answer or a no answer. Yes? And I can give you an example. Is it fair for employers to check out job applicants online? You can say, yes, it is because, and you give your reason, your opinion.
Okay.
And if you say no, then you answer no, it's not because, and give your reason. As many reasons as you can think. One, two, three, four, five, or more. Whatever you can, whatever you feel, whatever you believe. You can take a picture of this screen so you can do the homework. And
Okay.
tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday we'll have a debate. Do you guys like debates? It will be fun. All right. Did you take the picture already?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Great. So that is the homework. Yes, you write your reasons as many as you have. If you have some opinions with yes and some opinions with no, it's okay. Yeah, just think of anything. And we're finished for today. What do you think of the class? How was the class today?
It was
It was
great.
great, teacher, for me.
Excellent, Claudia. Thank you. Somebody else?
It was great, and not only this one. I mean the rest of the week. I'm sorry, I interrupted someone. And the rest of the week, I felt how my English fluency has increased considerably, and that's
Awesome.
very good for me.
Yes, that is
And
awesome. That is
I've had the opportunity to talk to another people. Actually, I don't have someone to practice with, and this is a very good way to get it. Thank you very much, everyone.
yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
That's absolutely. Yes, Stephanie.
Oh no, I was just listening to Mario and Claudia, and I think, well, it was great for me also just to review, all the tenses and give us the opportunity to practice in different topics that, yeah, they are kind of hard to explain, and so that's why they can help us to express ourselves, not only in
Yes.
the basic way like I just to do it.
Excellent. Thank you, Stephanie. Somebody else?
Teacher,
Luis, Manuel.
I have,
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When will be the sample exam?
Next Wednesday, it will be a simple exam, okay? And I can see most of you will have no problem with it.
I
It
don't
will
think
be
so. It will be like the whole thing, listening, writing, speaking, and
no.
reading.
The
Only
first
one.
one, the first one will be only listening,
Ah, okay.
only listening. So we'll do the exam, only listening part, and we should be able, we should have time to check the answers right on the same day, on the same class.
Okay.
Okay. Then
Okay.
if we take a little longer to check the answers, we will continue on the next day. And then on the following opportunity, you will have a more complete exam, sample exam as well. All right.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
okay. Yes,
Okay.
excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Today is Christmas Eve. Yes. Have a
Yeah.
wonderful time with your loved ones. Eat a lot only this night. Great. Have a lot of fun. Yes. Best wishes. God bless. Guys, I'll see you Saturday, God willing.
Okay. Thank you so much, teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
The same to
Bye.
you, teacher.
Thank you so
Merry
much.
Christmas Eve. Oh, lucky it
Thank
is
you, guys.
Ah, the little girl,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
the youngest classmate.
The
Yeah,
youngest.
yes, that's right. The youngest classmate. Bye, guys.
Okay,
Okay. Bye.
bye.
Merry
My
Okay.
best
Bye
Christmas.
wishes for
bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Merry
See
Christmas,
you.
everybody.